As you can see right here, we have two buttons that say Vegas Hub and the Hub Explorer. So if you click on Vegas Hub right here, as you can see, we have Vegas content, we have expansion packs, we have social media, we have example project, what's new, how-to videos, community, and we have obviously my profile. All right, so if you click on the first tab, Vegas content, as you notice, we have a lot of really cool stock footage that we can use. So right here, we also have a search bar. So let's say that you want to have like stock footage from, let's say, a field. If you type that in, it's actually going to search for any kind of matching content. As you notice right here, we have all kinds of clips. So if you click on the clip right here, we also have a preview to make sure that it is actually usable before we unnecessarily download it. So if it's usable right here, we have the download button, and then we can also choose the quality. So we're going to just pick the 1080p for now, and then it's going to download that right here, as you notice, and then we can just go and drag that into our timeline. It is actually downloading straight into your downloads folder on Windows, so you don't have to go back somewhere right here. You just want to open up your downloads folder on Windows, on your computer, on your C drive, and then you can drag in that clip into your timeline, and then you can proceed from there. But obviously the field was just an example, because right here we have architecture, we have all kinds of different stock footage like adventurous, we have different videos, we have mountains. So if you click on that, obviously it's going to load every single clip that they have. There's actually 1.5 million clips for you guys to check out, no matter what kind of stock footage that you need. So that's really cool. So if you're going to go back for a second, we can actually also sort this on audio. And by the way, guys, I have something really cool, a really cool announcement, which is not included in Vegas Hub. So check this out. So that's right, guys, we teamed up with Action VFX once again to promote this Black Friday sale, over 55% off on the whole library. You guys know how awesome Action VFX is. They always provide you with the best material. All the info is down in the description. It is for a limited time only, so don't sleep on these deals, and let's continue with the video. So we also have music, which is really nice, because obviously if you've been using, let's say, no copyright sounds for years and years, things can actually start sounding the same. So if you want to switch it up, you actually have a whole library for you guys to check out. So we also have the BPM of the song. So let's say if you have a longer video, let's say 15 minutes, and one song is only like, let's say 2 minutes, you want to make sure that you would maintain the same tempo. So then you can also find different songs in the same BPM. So it's not going to be like a drastic, tempo change. Right here, we can also sort it on content type. So we have all, you can also have stock footage, or you can just have like motion backgrounds, which is not necessarily like, footage from an object or a certain place, but more like visuals. If you need to spice something up, let's say you have an audio visualizer, or you want to have a little more of an extra, extended intro, you can just drag in these clips. So right here, we also have details that we can also choose to select if needed, such as, for example, an alpha channel, meaning that it is going to be completely transparent. So you don't have to put a black chroma key on that clip to remove the black background, which can cause a little bit more like a distorted edges on the object. So this is actually really cool that you can just drag that into your timeline. You want to right click on the clip and then change the alpha channel to straight unmatted. And then we have a really nice crystal clear background without any kind of, weird stuff going on the edges because of the chroma key. Right here, you can also choose a resolution. If you have a preferred one, you can have HD and 4K, and also the frame rate, obviously. So we can have like 24 frames, 25, but if you want to have the smoothest, I would actually recommend to go for 50 or 60. So the Vegas Hub, you guys know, it's more like stock footage, stock audio. It's really cool. You guys know exactly how to search for certain footage by using the search bar. So let's move on to the Hub Explorer. So this one is pretty much what we downloaded so far from the Vegas Hub. If you have one, that's why this field clip is here. But then the second button right here, it says file drop. And this pretty much means that we can also like synchronize files into one certain place onto your computer. So let's say that you're dragging in files from your downloads. There are a couple files from your documents, and then a few files from an external hard drive. It is actually pretty hard to keep everything in mind where everything is if you need to locate them. So that's why it's going to just make a backup of all the files that you have in your Vegas project. It's going to save them in one place. so you know that all the footage is collected into one folder. So you just want to right click on it, you want to hit create new file drop, you want to give this a name, let's say we're going to call this vlog. So then we get prompted by this box. So right here, obviously if you want to collect all the footage into one same folder, or if you're working with someone else, you can just go and type in their email, they will get an invitation. As you can see where the button says send invitation. You can also set the time limit and the upload limit, like how much gigabyte they're allowed to upload. I would just say 10 gigabyte would actually, you know, do the job. And then once you are finished, fill in the email, fill in the name. You can also fill in a notice right here. Let's say, you know, like color grading is not needed on your clips. So the other participant knows that the footage doesn't have to be color graded. So once everything is set right here, you want to click on send invitation and then it will be straight in their email. So moving on to the last button right here, which says Vegas projects. Now they're just pretty much recent projects that you have opened. Vegas project that you have on your computer. So if you double click on that, obviously right here, all your projects will show up. It is really, really handy. And this is pretty much the Vegas hub. Right here we have like, you know, S underscore, and that's basically because it's from the Sapphire plugin, and that doesn't come standard with Vegas Pro. So of course it is pretty straightforward. If you want to go and use your external plugins, what you basically do is you just go to the website of the developer of that plugin. Let's say it's Sapphire or Continuum, and then you just buy your license. You will get the download link into your, you know, email box with the activation key. You install that and you're pretty much good to go. So the other thing is basically very simple. So let's say that you have this, you know, text overlay pack or color grading pack. I actually am going to use the preset pack that I have for my channel that you can also get in the link down in the description, or you can click through the video at the end of this tutorial where you guys can watch that video in a whole. So right now what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to go to the download link in the description of the preset manager, and then we're going to hit it off from there. All right guys, so once you went to the download link in the description, you will see this welcome to the preset manager 2.0K software installation wizard. So I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to just agree with the license, and I'm going to hit next, and then we're going to just install our preset manager. It goes very quick. So right now we're going to go click on finish, and now that we've done that, we're going to actually open it up as well. Alright guys, so this is the preset manager. 9 out of 10 you guys will be familiar with it, but of course people tuning in into Vegas Pro and they got Vegas 19 as their first software, their first introduction, and they want to get these plugins and they don't know how to handle this. It's very simple. So right here we have the preset manager. So the only thing we need to do is drag in our preset that we just downloaded, or a plugin rather. So let's go to a desktop and let's see what kind of file that we need to drag in. Alright, so now that we are on my desktop, right here we have this icon, Free Ultra Transition Pack 2021, and then it says .sf preset. So that is basically the format that you want to use for your, you know, like transition packs or your text effect packs. But of course, like the external plugins such as the Sapphire plugin, it doesn't work this way. You just have to go to the website like I mentioned, buy it, install it, activate it, and you're good to go. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to drag in this file into the preset manager. So now we're ready to go. I'm going to just drag it right here in this window, and then it says Free Ultra Transitions Pack. We're going to click on there, and then we're going to click on this icon that says copy to system. Then we're going to hit that one, and then right here if you double click on effects chains, you can basically see what is contained in this pack. So once you have clicked on copy to system once, that's everything. You are ready to go. So now we can go ahead and close this out. Now of course in the background I have Vegas Pro 19 open, but let's just go ahead and restart it just in case it wouldn't pop up, and then I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Alright guys, so now that Vegas Pro 19 is booting up, it's going to be pretty simple how we're going to use this one. So now that we have installed everything and got it into our system, this is basically how it's going to work. So right here, depending on what you have installed, if it's a preset pack, you're going to go of course to the video effects tab, and then you would actually see it, for example, right here. But if you don't see it, we're going to go to the media generators tab. I'm going to just drag in a blank text file, and how you then apply what you have installed, you just click on this icon, which is the event effects. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to go to filter packages, and then we're going to see all our transitions that we installed. As you can see, we have the, you know, the scroll down A, scroll down B, we have scroll up A. This is basically how to do it. If you're going to click on here, you want to click on add, click on OK. As you notice right here, you can animate your effect right here in this timeline. All right guys, so once if I play it back, oh,
Alright guys, so if I play it back, this is what it looks like. It looks really, really cool. You can even make it a lot slower by just dragging this keyframe a little bit more to the right. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, very, very nice. This is how you install external plugins into Vegas Pro 19 and also how to use them. It is actually just two parts. The one that doesn't work this way in the preset manager, just go to the website like I mentioned externally, buy it and do all of that. And then if you have like a filter package download, this is how you get to it as well. So that is how to install external plugins. It is that simple.
I'm going to show you exactly how to create this really cool animated scribble effect. So in the past, I've did many videos about scribble effect, whether it's using different kind of overlays in, different clips and different footage. But today we're going to use something different that I haven't shown you guys before. In order to get these effects, I have included a link down in the description that you guys can download. So right after this video is done, you can go over to the page where you will have the file in front of you. You can download it, extract it, use it, WinRAR or WinZip, and then you are good to go and you will basically have the files. So with that all the way, guys, let's go ahead and get started right after the intro. Alright guys, so as you can see right now, we are in Vegas Pro 19, obviously. So if you download all the videos, you'll basically get all of these lines. What I did is I just have this one right here. So what I've did is I made a couple of variations of this line. So I rendered out 6 files for you guys that you can drag in. We have different colors. So the first one is blue. We have also green, we have orange, we have pink, we have red, and we have yellow. This is going to give you a little bit more of a variety. So let's say that we're going to use this phone right here. So how this works is we're going to create a new video track on top of the phone track for each clip that we're going to use. So we're going to start off with the first line. So let's say that we're going to make this line appear right here across the edge of the phone. So what we're going to do is first we're going to line that up. So let's see what the line actually looks like. So as you can see, that looks really cool. It is very nice to highlight all kinds of stuff. Obviously, I'm using a phone, but if you're using like montages and stuff, you can make that go across your leg, for example, or just something else that is a straight line. And that can be actually both directions. It doesn't have to be horizontally because we can actually, twist and shape this one how we like it in just a second. So right now, in order to see through this line, first of all, to remove the black, is we're not going to use a black chroma key because that's going to mess up the edges. So to make it transparent, obviously you guys know how to do that. You're going to go to the compositing mode on the left of the track of the clip, and then we're going to place that one to screen, which will make this line see-through, as you can see right here. So now let's go and play it back and let's see what that clip looks like. Alright, so that is the line. So let's go and actually make this appear next to the phone. So we're going to place our marker right here in the middle. That makes it a lot easier to see because then the line is in its full shape. So now how we're going to do this is we're not going to use the event pen crop icon, because if we're going to use that one, we're kind of going to be limited in a way, because if we're going to twist it, it's going to be off shape and it's just going to cut off in weird places. To have the complete freedom is we're going to go and use the track motion icon on the very left. So that's going to be able to make us zoom and shape this how we want it. So now that we have done that, we're going to first twist it until we have it on the right angle of the phone. So we're going to place this one exactly on the same direction as the screen is, and then we're going to place that one against the side. So as you notice right here on the top, it lines up perfectly, but then at the bottom it's a little bit off. So then we're going to just keep adjusting this until it looks perfect. So let's play back and let's see what it looks like so far. Alright guys, so as you notice, if I skip up a few frames, right here everything looks solid until right here the phone is moving obviously, and then the line is standing still and it goes out of frame. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to use a little bit more keyframing, but this line is actually a little bit too slow. So instead of having this, I would actually have it maybe twice or even 3 times as fast. So how you speed this clip up is hold left control, then go stand on the edge of this clip until it says time stretch, and then we're going to drag this to the left. So let's see what that looks like. That's way better, but I actually like it a little bit faster. There we go. So that looks really, really cool. And that is also a little bit more time saving because the line is appearing less long. We don't have to mask as much. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move up a couple frames, and then we're going to basically go back to the track motion icon. And then we're going to make sure that sync cursor is checked. So every single keyframe will follow or mark right here in the timeline. So let's move up a frame. And as you can see right here on the bottom, it already starts. So we're going to just align that right here with the edge. Then we're going to move up a frame and then see how much is needed. So moving up a couple frames, everything looks solid. Right here, it goes off a little bit. So I'm going to move this one a little bit more downwards like that. It stays on the edge. And we're going to do that frame by frame. And we're going to make this a little time lapse, guys, because this can take about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we'll come back when this is all finished up. Alright guys, so we made a couple keyframes. I actually had to pause it in between. So let's go and play it back and let's see what we have created. Alright guys, so as you can see, that looks really, really cool. Now it's following the actual phone, and we can also make this even faster if you want to. Just like that. So now that we have the side right here also lighted up, but let's say that we want to have this color of this line with the blue one. Let's say that we want to have that matching with the colors right here you see on the phone where we have like green and like pink, reddish. So how you do that is go to video effects. We're going to drag on the color corrector secondary onto the clip, and we're going to basically change the rotation hue until it matches the color of one of these candles right here. So let's go and twist it. Let's pick that green one, so it's a little bit more noticeable. So I think this one comes pretty close. So now let's say that we want to have on the bottom of the phone, well, on the right side, we can actually have the red candles right here. So what we're going to do is, if we're lucky, we can actually duplicate this track, and then we can just move up the entire line that we have animated. So let's go to the track motion icon right here, and then let's go to the very beginning of the first frame where it starts, and let's go and drag this one all the way over right here to the other side. Now obviously all the keyframes are not going to match because obviously the keyframe is positioned right here, so that's going to move up to the left. So we're going to delete these keyframes, and then we're going to redo them real quick right now.
12 seconds later.
All right guys, so we're finished with that one, but as you notice, the color is actually the same as the left line. So we're going to go back to the event pan crop icon of the right line. We're going to go to the color corrector secondary menu. We're going to change the rotation hue until it matches up with the red color. I think this one comes pretty close. All right, so let's go and play back and let's see what we have created. As you can see guys, that looks really cool, and the cool thing is that if you move this clip around, your keyframes will also move along. So if you want to have the red line appear later than the green one, we can just drag that a little bit more to the right, and then the green line will appear and then the red one. So this is the final result. Alright guys, so that is basically how to use this really cool animated scribble line effect. Now obviously there are tons of different kinds of, scribble effects available. This is just one example. You have also like scribbles that are like swirling and going around in circles, but it's basically the same idea. You just have to animate it around your object, change the color a little bit, and that's how you do it. Don't forget to click the link down in the description if you want to get a hold of these lines. You can download them completely for free. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for the continued support, guys, and I'll see you guys obviously in the next video.